Operations management is an area of management concerned with designing and controlling the process of production and redesigning business operations when it comes to goods and services.
So operation management has three factors, important factors. So first one is configuration management, second one is the change management, and the third one is project management. So those three factors I would like to discuss in this video.
The first one is configuration management. It is a systems engineering process for establishing and maintaining consistency of products' performance, functionality, and physical attributes with its requirements, specification, design, and operational information throughout its life.
There are 5 key steps of configuration process. The first step is build out your internal structure. Configuration management needs to establish governance and administrative roles. Both organization and technical foundation will empower the task with tracking numbers and delivery. If this is going to be established, it will provide roadmap of roles in each unit in the system. The second key step is to define work roles within the configuration process. The variety of work roles can be assigned in change and problem management based on the function of each employees and technology. The third step is take a full inventory of your existing assets. This step isn't really about identifying all of your configuration items, as that process will start to happen organically as you move through the stages of building a configuration management, but also to utilize the existing assets that can be useful and to be protected in the company. The fourth key step is to create your full list of configuration items. You understand how the various work process impact these items. You can determine the list that can be included in the software and to the manual process. Evolution of technology will help analyze and show the list of items that needed in each production process and each unit. The last key step is to develop a process framework and automate. Developing a system that can easily track the inventories with the help of technology will help make the work fast. Establish an automatic order software and customer service can help identify and help certain issues that can be solved in the production process. There are 5 activities in configuration management. First is configuration management planning, second is configuration identification, third is configuration control, fourth is configuration status accounting, and lastly, configuration verification and audit. The first activities is configuration management planning. Configuration management is part of the project, which means that giving solution and consistency of the system was came from planning. Forecasting all the possible risks and threats in the system is a first step in establishing a consistency plan. That's why planning ahead is the best process for controlling the management. The second activities is configuration identification. Arranging each item will make the workflow faster. Just like Kuritsu, which is the example in the Japanese business. It includes project documents, products' physical and virtual attributes, things need to be changed and created, and security for limited access of people. Third activities is configuration control. Configuration records needs to be tightly controlled to ensure that there is a full audit trail between the original requirement and the final version. The project must have physical security to ensure safety and protection of the assets. This is also linked to change control process. The fourth activities is configuration status accounting. All it means is that you see the status of any item whenever you want. That's why your traceability matrix is important. You should be able to see that an item is open, closed, or in progress to check out or to whom or any other status that you've decided to give it. Every time the item is changed or being worked on, the matrix should be updated so that it's clear what is happening to the item. Then the latest version is logged too so that you can always refer to the current version. Lastly is the configuration verification and audit. This step is for transparency of the management. Audits are done by an independent party outside of the immediate project team. This could be a project assurance or an external body like health and safety executive of the local council. So it is very important to know that all the money transfer and projects are transparent.
Change management plan is a generic plan that guides the project manager in terms of making any kind of changes on the project, especially the ones that can impact the baselines like scope, time, and cost. And it oversees the changes in the process.
What's the difference between change management from configuration management? Change management focuses on the people that work and utilize the project, while configuration management is about the system, process, delivery, and creation of the product and output. Change management is very important because it helps the employees to adapt the new system and process. It will destroy or minimize the impact of anxiety, confusion, and pressure of their given task and project. Well, configuration management is always the process of giving the system to the employees so that they will utilize and give meaning to it.
Now that we are done comparing the two factors, now let's discuss about the three levels of change management. Individual change management requires understanding how people experience change and what they need to change successfully. It also requires knowing what will help people make a successful transition, like what messages do people need to hear, when and from whom, and also when the optimal time to teach someone a new skill is, or how to coach people to demonstrate new behaviors and what makes changes in someone's work. Individual change management draws on disciplines like psychology and neuroscience to apply actionable frameworks to individual change. Now let's go to the organizational change management. While change happens at the individual level, it is often impossible for a project team to manage change on a person-by-person basis. Organizational change management provides us with the steps and actions to take at the project level to support the hundreds or thousands of individuals who are impacted by a project. Organizational change management involves first identifying the groups and people who will need to change as the result of the project and in what ways they will need to change. Organizational change management then involves creating a customized plan for ensuring that the employees receive the awareness, leadership, coaching, and training they need in order to change successfully and adapt the environment that they need in this project. The third one is the enterprise change management. It is an organizational core competency that provides competitive differentiation and the ability to effectively adapt to the ever-changing world. An enterprise change management capability means that an effective change management is embedded into your organization's role, structures, processes, projects, and leadership competencies. The end result of an enterprise change management capability is that individuals embrace change more and quickly, and organizations are able to respond quickly to market changes like economics and embrace new strategic initiatives and adopt new technology that are innovative. So, what is project management? Project management is the process of leading the work to a team to achieve goals and meet success criteria at a specified time.
The primary challenge is to achieve all project goals in the given time, and project management is about a final deliverable and finite time span, which means that this kind of management is to finish a certain goal in a specific deadline with its process, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience within the agreed parameters. It's also to avoid risks and issues and implement a better solution in the project, and to assist the successful output of the management. Everywhere we look, many businesses need a manager because projects are underway like construction, marketing, research, client deals, and other busy moments in the market world. Project manager always oversee every stage of the project to ensure success and safety for the customers, clients, and consumers in its completion. Successful project needs the right people with the right skill and knowledge. Working together with a well-managed and motivated team with clear roles and responsibility will carry the project with ease and no compromise in its stage with the time, cost, and quality. Now let's talk about the role of the project manager. The first role of the project manager is to ensure customer satisfaction. In projects, it's all about stakeholders. Now, who are the stakeholders? It is from the sponsors, or maybe to your project team members, and to the people who are recipient of the project output. So, as a project manager, you need to ensure that everybody is satisfied. And how do we do all that? Well, it's about emotional intelligence. Your job as a project manager is to motivate your team, and that is the second role as a manager. Don't forget these people because they don't report directly to you, because they have other managers, so how do you motivate them with the project and to their other works? So you got to inspire them. So the next one is to be the gatekeeper. So as a project manager, you have to ensure that things will not go spiral out of control. You have to hold people in joining any bandwagon and ensure things are very systematic. You are the gatekeeper, so no one gets past of you. All has to be filtered. The next one is be the paper pusher. All project managements are documentation, and this is important in order to track everything. Now, analyzing and managing project risk. The bigger the project is, the more likely there are to be hurdles and pitfalls that weren't part of the initial plan. Hiccups are inevitable, but good project managers know how meticulously and most intuitively to identify and evaluate potential risks before the project begins. They know how to then avoid risk or at least minimize these impacts. Now for the quote for today. You have to go in expecting that things won't be as you had planned, and things won't be as easy as first expected. Goals, conditions, and circumstances will change. What is the project management triangle? There are many project constraints, and three most frequent times are the time, cost, and scope. They are a part of every project, and together they make up the project management triangle. Scope. In the initial phase, it's important to specify all the steps of the project development, including what will be was done and what will not be done. If you want to keep the project under control, you need to allocate some time and carefully plan and define the scope. The next one is time. Time is an invaluable resource. While we can control the processes and make necessary changes to improve them, we cannot control time. One of the biggest challenges in each project that manager has to face is to use time efficiently, keep the project on schedule, and reach the desired objectives. Lastly is the cost. As a project manager, you should define the budget in the early stage of the project and then compare it with the figure your customer initially offered.
Please like and subscribe.